Hello again, everyone. Today we're going to be using a future team, but only based around units from Dragon Ball Z. We're going to leave out all of the Dragon Ball Super future units, see what we can do. This purple Trunks here is from the movie, but he fits the theme. He's still from Dragon Ball Z. One of my favorite units on this team. We'll see what we can do with him. We also have very niche roles with Transforming Gohan, who does extra damage against androids, and Heat Dome Trunks, who does extra damage against Regen. In this first match, we're actually fighting a Regen team, so it'll definitely be useful to use Transforming Gohan and Heat Dome Trunks. I did want to bring the purple Trunks for support, of course, even though Demon King Piccolo is quite scary. I thought about bringing Zenkai Legends Road Trunks because I do love that unit as well. But at the end, I thought it was better to have the additional regen damage. And we're going to be fighting against an annoying Fat Boo who's going to lock strike cards. So this was the setup I chose to go with. Don't mind that notification, I'm just a bad YouTuber. So we're starting off with our support ability from the purple Transforming Trunks. It's kind of unfortunate his transformation is timed, but nonetheless, he's still a very good unit. His stats are very high after transforming, especially with the star count I have him at. Here we see our strike cards are locked. We get some blasts back, but we're locked in without a vanish. Some taps to waste time. We went for another blast here, so we're able to kill the time. We get a perfect vanish on this Demon King Piccolo. And we're doing pretty good damage to all of his units with Heat Dome Trunks. We're fighting an android unit, so why not bring in Transforming Gohan? I find it so funny, he's technically a one-armed unit, so he just has his other arm flailing around there. We got rid of Cell's first life, so we're in a very good position to start off with. I want to be able to use my Rising Rush as soon as possible, because Demon King Piccolo is going to steal my Dragon Balls either way. Here I thought he might be going for a blast, which is why I went for that blue. But we finally lose priority to our opponent, and Cell's off on a rampage. We switched to Heat Dome Trunks, predicting the Demon King Piccolo. I think he was scared of Trunks, so he switched to Fat Boo. We get his Vanish off. We don't get the Blast card, but we get our last Dragon Ball. And it took me a moment to remember that he doesn't have Vanish. So we get a rush here. Hopefully it goes through because this Boo is super annoying. All the healing he has and just how he can tank hits is ridiculous. I'm not 100% sure of it, but I feel like when your units have individual rush animations like that, the rush will do more damage. Here he knew we didn't have a vanish, so he went straight for a strike card, but luckily our ult hits more than hard enough to take him out. We catch our opponent in the sidestep here. It's looking like this Trunks might be able to finish him off, but his blast damage is so much less than his strike damage. Our opponent was very hasty in this one, but that's why we were able to get the win. In this next one, we're fighting against a fusion team. This is at rank 50, so it is a bit more competitive than the last match I showed you guys. I included that one just so you guys could see how the additional passives that the Transforming Gohan and Heat Dome Trunks have against Regen and androids work, because they made very easy work of that last team we faced. This time around, we'll be able to see how competitive the team is. Our opponent started off with Kefla, of course, so we went with the Trunks. We're getting caught in a combo here, but we're not taking much damage, so it isn't the worst thing. I was actually surprised he brought this Gogeta, because with him being only Zenkai 1, I thought he wasn't going to bring him. But we're going to stay in here so we could at least get our transformation off. And we're not doing much damage since, you know, Trunks' blast attack is very low. You see that he's going for something here, so we're going to wait a little and then evade. I love the fact that this transforming Gohan gains ki on transforming. I really enjoy that. I thought our opponent would sidestep after his tackle, but he's being really aggressive. We'll see if we can adjust to that. Hidome's Trunks has a very good green card because it does lock in for 3 counts. But it wasn't that useful with Vegito coming in. Here our opponent is going for tackles. We're going to try to pick up on that. Kefla comes in. Luckily we have our main ability so we can reshuffle our hand, get some ki back. But unfortunately, his Red Gogeta's already back in. I thought he would go for another tackle again, but he did not. So our opponent is adjusting to us better than we are to him at the moment. Vegito Blue coming in. I make a bit of a misplay here. I probably should have sacrificed Hidome Trunks. I switched to Gohan instead. This was definitely not the play to go. Maybe I thought that he would have lived it, but with the amount of damage Vegito Blue does, I'm not sure why I believe that. So we don't catch him in a sidestep. He didn't go for a second one. Now we're in a bit of a tricky situation here. We're going to have to forego Hidome Trunks to Vegito Blue's ultimate. Luckily, he only has an ultimate left with Kefla. Vegito Blue and Gogeta have already used theirs. He's used his rush. But we definitely have a big comeback to make here with it being 1 versus 3. And my transformation counter is already at half. We managed to catch Kefla here, make quick work of her. Still have our vanish, 15 seconds on her count. Catch Gogeta here. Unfortunately though, it doesn't seem like we have enough damage to take him out. Maybe instead of I was gonna wait and see if I could catch him with a card, but then I knew I wouldn't have any ki. I thought maybe I could tap attack him to death, but it did not work. Gogeta's still alive, sliver of health. I'm glad he only had Blast in his hand, because if he had another strike, he probably would have switched to Vegito Blue and ended it there. Transformation ran out. And here we sway back and forth a little bit to confuse our opponent. We make him sway, catch him with a blast. We go for a rising rush. Luckily it goes through, so we're 1 versus 1 with the Gogeta pretty close to death. Gotta keep in mind though that he has a green card, so I don't want to be too hasty with my tap attacks. And what do you know? There goes the green card. Luckily, our opponent is the one that makes the first move, and we get the win. Thank you guys for watching.